Hi, friends. It's really wonderful to have you here. I'm Lynn McGonigal. I'm the founder and teaching channel of the Lightworkers Healing Method. We're an all-volunteer organization on a mission to help all beings discover and live their soul plans, creating lives of joy in a world that works. This past year in her life class, Oprah said, "The best thing that can happen in your life is to find out as soon as possible what your life path is and do what it takes to live it." She's right. This is exactly what the Lightworkers Healing Method is designed to do, and what it has been doing for almost 24 years now. All of our classes are purposeful and experiential. They're all channeled both in advance and in the moment. So I have an assignment for today, like I always have an assignment. I have a twofold assignment. First assignment today, to give you a taste of the Lightworkers Healing Method, not to teach you angelically guided multidimensional energy healing today. That's not going to happen, but to give you a taste for it so you can see if you want to learn it. See if you want to learn angelically guided multidimensional energy healing. And the second goal is for you to have a breakthrough in your life so you can be empowered to move forward in your soul plan, whatever it is. I don't know if you're going to see me ever. I don't know if you're ever going to come to a class. And so this might be my only chance to make a difference in your life. So I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for it. And we'll have a 3-step process to do that. The first step, of course, is an energy transmission. We have these in all of our classes, and you'll come to see what those are. Then we'll play some subtle energy games with each other to awaken our skills or develop them at the next level in a fun way. And then we'll turn our focus up to the guides, and we'll actually go to the higher dimensions and hand our central life challenge to our guides. So friends, intention is powerful. It's a free will universe, and you don't have to do this, but I would invite you to set an intention that somehow, some way, because you participated in this class today, that you have a breakthrough in your central life challenge and that you move forward in your life plan. So consider right now, what is your central life challenge? Anyone need more time? That's usually about enough for us to figure out what's the most important thing that we could use some breakthrough with. So now, hold the intention that somehow, some way, today, you'll have a breakthrough. We're going to hold this up and give it to our guides. So now, friends, let's begin. In the Lightworkers Healing Method, we hold all of our healings and all of our gatherings inside of sacred space. We have the right to live our lives in sacred space. It's up to us to create it. And in the opening process, we start that way of being. We start the way of being of living our lives in sacred space. So this is experiential. If you have things in your hands, you might want to put them down. Close your eyes if you're comfortable in doing so, and start to draw your focus inward. And just for a moment, notice your body, notice your breathing. If there's any pain or tightness, pressure or discomfort, breathe into it with love. Pain is just a messenger. It's not here to punish us. The moment we figure out what the message is and act on it, the pain disappears. So if your body's giving you discomfort right now, just breathe into it with love. And if it needs more than that momentary brush of focus to release, then make a date to come back to it. Maybe at the end of this class, maybe at the end of the day, but make a date to come back to your body, and please keep your promise. When we lie to our bodies, they stop trusting us. So make a date and come back to it. And now start to draw the focus into the heart chakra, which is centered in the center of the chest, but it is not small. The chakras are commonly depicted as being small, as basketball size, or sometimes even grapefruit size. And I've never met anybody with a chakra that small. I've never met anyone with chakras smaller than hula hoops in diameter. And most people have at least from outstretched fingertip to outstretched fingertip, and some much larger than that. So simply have the intention to align the fullness of this heart chakra with universal presence. And we'll start to draw light and love from source straight into the front of the heart, filling our entire chakras so full of love. They bulge and expand, and then exhale out the back in a river of love. Now there's a river of love flowing through us and around us, front to back, flowing through us and through our lives. Letting this river flow. Let it wash the riverbed of the heart chakra clear, washing away the grief, the sadness, the despair. That's where it settles. Heavy things settle down. So wash the riverbed of the chakra clear. And now gradually, let the focus drift out the back of the chakra with this river of love, starting to open up the back of the heart chakra now to universal presence, inviting in that element of divine presence you're most personally comfortable with, be it Christ consciousness or Buddha nature, Divine Mother, or something else entirely. You don't even need to know what it is. You can invite it in by feel, by pitch, by vibration, drawing it into the back of the heart until again the chakra bulges and expands with love, and now exhales out the front. Whew, and now the river of love is flowing in the back and out the front, through us and around us, through us and through our lives. Letting this river now flow back to front and front to back through the heart chakra, creating turbulence, cleansing, clearing, even swishing the chakra clear left to right and right to left. We can clear chakras from any angle, and often coming at it from a different angle makes a big difference. There we go. There we go. Now drawing the focus down, down, down to the feet, through the feet, connecting into the very center of the planet, drawing up divine planetary energy, Father Earth and Mother Earth, drawing them through us and around us in an upward rising river of love flowing through us and through our lives, letting this river of love flow from the center of the planet beneath us to the center of the universe above us, straightening our energy bodies as if we're being combed by angel fingers. There's always more we can do to straighten the energy body, drawing our focus up, 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 up to the crown and through the crown, connecting into source above, the rainbow of healing frequencies, drawing in all the healing frequencies we currently have access to, have ever had access to in any lifetime, will ever have access to in any life still to come, drawing these through us and around us in a downward flow of love, letting this river flow sky to earth, sky to earth, sky to earth, sky to earth, swishing these rivers of love top to bottom and bottom to top, creating turbulence, cleansing, clearing, drawing the focus to the intersection of heart chakra and vertical channels, letting it build a critical mass of love, and instantly it expands into a huge bubble of light and love, creating safe, sacred, private, healing, growing, learning space for us to do our work in today. I'm noticing the outside of the bubble, strong, light, bright, resilient, crackling with light, with love, with electricity. That's really clear. Only beings that we invite in can join us. All others pass around. This is private, sacred, healing space. I'm asking for our guides, angels, and the healing light beings to join us. I'm asking for permission to do this work today. Guidance, support, protection in the process. Oh, right around us there's spinning a huge vortex of light and love, like a tornado of love. And you know how tornadoes suck things up, and so this vortex is taking away everything that's being released the moment it's being released, leaving us continually in clear, sacred space to have our gathering in today, to live our lives in. Right down the center of the vortex there's flowing a waterfall of love, pure love, divine essence of love, the living waters pouring through us and around us, pooling on our feet, creating a beautiful foundation of love for us to work in today. Isn't it amazing what a difference that makes? In just a couple of minutes, it really can shift the energy of a room and of a life. So friends, 24 years ago, actually almost to the day, 24 years ago I was still living by society's rules. I was a CPA, a partner in a CPA firm. I was really involved in my community. I was happily married and I had a new baby. I had plenty of love, I had plenty of money, I had plenty of companionship. And then my brother Alan, who I love very much, died. That's where I was when he died in my life. And then my life changed. The deeper levels of life started opening up for me. He worked with me for over a year to help me get through the astral planes. It took a long time. It can take longer to get through the astral planes than we think it will. But we finally broke out into the higher dimensions, to the guides and the angels and the healing light beings, and that was in 1991. And since then, the guides and angels have very, very patiently taught me this system of angelically guided, multidimensional energy healing that we now call the Lightworkers Healing Method. 4 years into that process, the messages began, like tapping on the back of my head, saying, "You're not doing your work in the world." And like everybody, I never said no. I never said no. I just kept putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. And friends, we all have things that we know in our hearts we're supposed to do, and we aren't saying no to them, but we're putting it off. This is true for almost all of us. So what happened for me is that actually I was finally disabled with a supposedly incurable disease. So I had no choice. Suddenly, those rules weren't working for me anymore, and I sold my CPA practice and went to bed. So my focus became to get well. I started with Western medicine. That was my frame of reference. My dad's a doctor. They couldn't do anything for me. They basically said, "Learn to live with it. We think you'll be depressed. Why don't you take these antidepressants?" I said, "I'm not depressed. I'm sick. I'm sick." So I started with the alternative path: chiropractic, acupuncture, raw foods, juicing, fasting, yoga, hot yoga, Reiki, therapeutic touch, Rolfing, massage, everything. I tried everything to get well. Some things helped a little. Most things didn't do anything. Finally, I'm asking my guides, what do you want from me? They said, "Wow, you could use what we've been teaching you," which was an excellent point. And I understand it makes me sound like a really slow learner, and I'm okay with that. I acknowledge I was a slow learner. So I started using the tricks that they had taught me. I thought of them at the time as cool energy tricks. I didn't understand what I had in my hands. And I got well, and I got well. So then I got it. I'm supposed to work as an energy healer. That's what I'm supposed to do. I didn't jump in with both feet right away. I started small. I started with friends, and then friends told friends who told friends who told friends. My healing practice started to grow, and then the phone calls started coming in. My arthritis is gone. My lupus is gone. The pain that was taking operation to cure is gone. My cancer's gone. The doctors say it must have been a misdiagnosis. And I got it. Whoa, something's going on here, and it isn't me. I can't make miracles happen, but miracles were happening. So here's the overview of the Lightworkers Healing Method. Here's what's going on. We're all spiritual beings having a human experience. Our souls have a plan for our lives before we're born. We know there are going to be challenges, but we expect to win. And then we're born, and it's harder than we thought it was going to be. So we start to play small in the game of life. We play small. So many people are suffering because of playing small. They get stuck in life. They feel sad. They feel unfulfilled. Sometimes they're struggling with money or relationships. Sometimes they're even sick, physically ill like I was. But luckily, we all have these wise, loving beings who are connected with us and know everything about us and love us unconditionally. And labels, terminology, labels don't matter. Terminology doesn't matter. Whether we call them guardian angels or guides or something else doesn't matter. What matters is that they're here for us and for everyone, and they are eternally focused on helping us live our soul plans. That's all they care about. We can learn to connect with them and then learn how to draw in help and guidance, both to heal others and also to heal ourselves. And when we come back into alignment with our soul's plan for the life that we're supposed to be living, our lives start to work. They just start to work. It works on anything because it's all part of our life. It's all the stuff of life. Physical issues can heal, mental issues can heal, emotional issues, spiritual issues, financial issues, interpersonal issues, the stuff of life. So the point of this is to find health, peace, joy, fulfillment, love, to find a life that works. In this method, the healers act as vessels, fundamentally, for higher dimension beings, guides, angels, light beings who everyone else calls angels. Many people call that whole category angels, and that's fine. We worked with past lives to let go of the baggage of the past. We work with future lives to draw in the mastery of the future. We work with the current life's life path, the actual path, both as a concept and as an energy structure, to heal the present. It really heals at the deepest levels. It gets to what's really going on in our lives, healing the root causes of the life problems. We couldn't do this. You understand? This is impossible. But we can be vessels for higher dimension beings by working as vessels for what most people call angels. Miracles happen in our presence and in our lives. We bring what tools we have to the table, and some element of the divine supplies the rest. When we learn to be vessels for higher dimension healers, miracles happen in our presence and in our lives. And this isn't for the gifted few. Everybody can learn to do this. Many people in our classes are already healers in some way. They're psychotherapists or doctors of Oriental medicine or life coaches or nurses, holistic healers, massage therapists. They're already healers in some capacity. And the rest are what I'd call serious spiritual seekers. But everybody gets it. So in the classes, there are these questions that come up over and over again. What are our goals again? Our goals are to bring people into alignment with their soul's plan for the life that they're living. And as we do that, their lives start to work. The symptoms heal. So people will come in with a symptom. My knee hurts. I have troubles with money. My heart is broken. I lost someone who was dear to me. I have cancer. Those types of things. And we simply look for the root cause with our focus up on the guides, and the guides will tell us what to do. The second question, what is the healer supposed to be doing? At first, we're just creating a link from the divine. We're being a vessel. We're letting it flow through us at the early levels when we're learning. And later on, we learn techniques so that we can work collaboratively with the higher dimension beings to be part of the healing process in a really active way. How is this different from other healing modalities? This is a question that comes up. Higher dimension beings aren't interested in manipulating energy. They aren't. They want people to live their soul plan. And with this modality, that's all we're doing, is helping people come into alignment with their soul plan. And as they do that, their lives start to work. And so this is a really powerful way of engaging higher dimension beings, because that's what they're interested in. That's what they want to do. How can we learn this? There's no way to teach something like this without higher dimension support. You get that, right? That would be impossible. So energy transmissions are an important part of this process. Energy transmissions have been called powerful prayers. They've been called prayers on steroids. It's a way to activate the higher dimension being presences. I said that wrong. Channeled in advance and in the moment. It's a way to open up to the power of the higher dimension presences and receive what they wish to activate in us. So friends, let's do that. Let's have an energy transmission now, okay? Let me get some water. It's funny, here I am using notes. When I used to just teach locally, I taught this locally for years, and I gave this talk over and over again. I didn't really need notes, you know, I could just do it in my sleep, but I haven't done it for 2 years since I've been teaching at the national level. So now I sat down to give this talk. It's like, I don't even remember this talk. The things you think you'll never forget. All right, friends. Let's briefly flush our energy bodies clear. When we started, we flushed them clear back to front and front to back through the heart chakra. And we also flushed our energy bodies clear top to bottom and bottom to top. So let's briefly flush our energies clear and especially start to draw up a little bit of earth energy. The more earth energy we have in our system, the more source energy we can hold without just taking off from the planet like a hot air balloon. And the goal is to change our lives, not to just have a wonderful floaty meditation. So let's draw up from the center of the planet, divine planetary energy, Father Earth and Mother Earth, drawing it through us and around us. In an upward rising river of love, letting that flow right on up through our bodies and out the crown, opening the crown now like a funnel with intent to receive. Whew. Oh, I'm sorry, coughs, burps, sneezes, all those kinds of body reactions are typical body reactions to energy shifts. So if you need to cough or burp or sneeze or anything, don't suppress it in my presence. Please feel free to do it. Don't feel awkward or uncomfortable. We can let go of that idea of politeness because this matters more. And when we suppress a cough, we're suppressing the energy shift too, and we want the shift, so feel free. Okay, friends, here we go. I'm going to ask on all our behalf now for the channels to be opened wider to our own guides and angels and to the ultimate source of life and love. I'm asking for the channels to be opened wide to the light beings and the teachers of the Lightworkers Healing Method. And I'm asking that they clear any blockages or resistance that we might have that might limit our ability to receive the gifts. And now please give each of us that which is in accordance with the divine plan for us as individuals. Give us whatever healing we're open to receive right now. Give us all of their gifts and assistance that are in our highest and best good. Clear our physical bodies, clear our mental bodies, clear our emotional bodies, clear our spiritual bodies so that we can receive the continual stream of blessings and healings that are here for each of us. Help us release all mistaken and limiting beliefs and help us to deeply know there are truly no limits. Please give us whatever we need to open wide to divine flow. Open our second senses so that we can clearly perceive the subtle energies. Realign our intuitive channels, our intuitive focus, as much as we allow to point straight up to you, the guides, the angels, light beings, and source. And help us to be given whatever we need so that we can clearly distinguish yes from no in the guidance. I'm asking for each of us to be given whatever we need so that we can know that our guides are real and that they love us. I'm asking for each of us to be given whatever we need so that we can trust our guides. Please give each of us that which pulls us forward on our life path, that optimal and personal future for each of us, and help us integrate and anchor the gifts, the blessings, the healings, and the awarenesses. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, knowing there's power in repetition, and with a different starting point, we have a different result, I'm going to ask again on all our behalf for the channels to be opened even wider to our own guides and angels and the ultimate source of life and love, for the channels to be even wider to the light beings and the teachers of the Lightworkers Healing Method. And once again, I'm asking for the next layer of blockages and resistance to be released. Anything that will prevent us from receiving the gifts, clear it out right now and prepare us fully to receive. And now give each of us that which is in accordance with the divine plan for us as individuals. Give us whatever healing we're open to receive right now. Give us all other gifts and assistance that are in our highest and best good. Clear our physical bodies, clear our mental bodies, clear our emotional bodies and our spiritual bodies, so that we can receive the continual stream of divine help and healing and blessings that's here for all of us. Help us to release all mistaken and limiting beliefs and to deeply know there are truly no limits. Help us to open up to the subtle energies and to draw our intuitive focus up, up, up to the guides, to the angels, to light beings and source. Open and align our subtle senses so we can clearly hear yes and no in the guidance. I'm asking for each of us to be given whatever we need so that we can know our guides are real and that they love us. I'm asking for each of us to be given whatever we need so we can trust our guides. And now please give each of us that which we need to move forward on our personal path, that optimal personal life plan for each of us. And now help us integrate and anchor the gifts, the blessings, the awarenesses, and the healings. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. If there's any pain or tightness, pressure or discomfort, which can happen during an energy transmission, what's going on is there's more energy in your system than there was before, and it's hitting the narrow spots. By definition, all energy bodies have a narrow spot. So if there's any, sometimes this happens in our head, neck, and shoulders, you can literally use your hands and grab the energy and pull it out as if you're pulling a normal hat brim into a sombrero. If it's around your jaw, pull it out. Yes, just like that. Around your shoulders, you can pull it out. Now this is divine energy. We're not pulling it out to get rid of it. We're pushing it to the edges of our energy body so that it can stabilize us rather than pressing on us and making us miserable. If you feel queasy, weird, nauseous, or strange, draw your focus down and start to open up the energy beneath your feet as if there's a whole pillar of light reaching from your feet to the center of the earth, and as if you could stick your hands into the earth, widening that pillar, and then draw up the earth energy through it to stabilize. Is everybody okay? Any pain, tightness, pressure, discomfort? We all okay? Good. Now, friends, Usually, after that process, people like to just sit quietly for a moment. But what we're really wanting to do today is get breakthrough in our lives, not to have a lovely meditation. And so I'm going to ask Donna to just come up, if you don't mind, and lead us through some gentle movement so that we can stabilize this and integrate it into our physical bodies. So friends, now we're going to play some subtle energy games. So Donna and BJ, would you mind coming up and being our demonstration people? Would you be okay with that? So now friends, we're going to practice with energy here in the physical dimension. But this, just because it's easier with someone else in a body. But this isn't our focus in the Lightworkers Healing Method. Our focus is up. So we don't want to get stuck at this level, but we're practicing at this level first because it's easier. So when I say subtle energy games, there are usually 3 reactions. The first reaction is, oh, yeah, let's do this. This is fun. And my friend, you are right. And the second reaction is, this is too basic. I already know this. And to you, I'd say we're eternal beings on an eternal growth path. There's always the next step. Keep going, keep going. We can always learn more. I've been working with this for 24 years. I learn something new every day. So keep going, keep going. And then the third reaction is, I can't do this. I'm out. I'm out. So if that's your reaction, I was a CPA. I had no awareness of all of this. I thought, when you're dead, you die, worms eat your body. And so, really, I know. So we can all learn this. We can all learn this. We all have our own way. And so we'll find the way that works for you. Everybody can do this. We'll start with the hands because that's usually what turns on fastest. There's also the inner knowing or the felt sense. We just know it. There's sensations in the body and empathy. But right now, we'll start with the hands. And so who was a child? Me too. Me too. So, patty cake. Who played patty cake? Patty cake, baker's man. So we're going to play chi patty cake. Alert your hands that it's game time by rubbing them together, and then start to draw them toward the other person, building a ball of energy between your hands, toward and away, just like Donna and BJ are doing. There you go. There you go. And notice what you feel in your hands. Don't actually touch each other, and notice. Who feels something? Show of hands. Good. Good. And so now a little bit faster. I noticed that some of you are bringing them together slowly, and that it tends to work a little bit better to build the energy if you do it at about the pace that Donna and BJ are doing. You guys are already on it. You're doing it, yes? Show of hands who feels something. Awesome, awesome. So now, friends, we'll do a chi taffy pull. So instead of pushing our hands together with our friend, we'll draw them apart. And then there are often sensations on the back of the hand and on the fingers, in between the fingers, as if you're pulling taffy. Again, not touching the hands to each other, just like, oh, I feel like Vanna White, just like Donna and BJ are doing it. Show of hands, who feels something? Yes, sometimes people even feel it pulling on their forearms. And now if you'd like, you can just build a really nice chi ball, have the intention to build a big chi ball like a beach ball size, building a bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger ball of light. And now we'll just ask for it to be transformed into a ball of love and joy and peace and fulfillment, and to be split in two perfectly. Whew. And then each of you draw your bubble into yourself. There you go. that nice? Now, everybody has some sensation in their hands already? Now, one person is going to start to feel the field of the other person. Now, feeling the field is a hands-off adventure, no touching the actual physical body. So, short hair person can go first, and long hair person can be the subject. So whoever has the shortest hair, decide. You'll go first, and you'll do what Donna does. Now, I'll speak to the long hair people first. Your job, passive but receptive. Just notice, do you feel it when their hands touch your energy bodies? It can help to close your eyes because our eyes are not the helpful friends we think they are. And so your job, passive but receptive. Now the short hair person, start to feel the field of the energy bodies, and often around the head and shoulders, there's a lot of energy, so that's a good place to begin. And notice what you feel. Start to move your hands around the person's energy field and notice what you feel. Look for variability or sense for variability. All energy bodies are different. All have lumps and bumps, hotter places, cooler places, places where there's more energy, places where there's less energy. Show of hands who feel something? Good. Good, good. If you're struggling, it can be easier to notice change than stability. It's like, it's easier to see an animal when it moves. And so you can start with your hands pointed to what is not the person and then draw it toward the person if you're having troubles. Does that make sense? And then you can feel the change. Who would like more time before we switch? Then let's switch, shall we? So now, short hair person, your job, passive but receptive, passive but receptive. Close your eyes if you want. Oh, short hair people, who noticed, who could feel them touching you? I mean long hair people, thank you. Thank you. It's like, wait a minute, you don't have the shorter hair. I said it wrong. Wonderful. You could too. Wonderful, wonderful. So now, short hair people, passive but receptive, eyes closed. It's just a bonus. Notice if you feel their hands in your energy body. Long hair people, go for it. Around the head and shoulders is often the easiest place to begin. Remember to look for the variations in the field. Notice what there is to notice. Who would like more time? Good. Okay, friends. We've worked just with energy in our hands. There are many ways of sensing energy, and in the level 1 class where we start to work with this, we work with second sight and with second hearing and with many other ways, including smell and taste, of sensing subtle energy. But this is just an introductory class, and all that matters is that you have a way, and all the hands went up, so we're good to go. We're good to go with that. So friends, the questions come up. How can I get better if I'm having troubles with this? There are two aspects of this. Right now, think out of the box. Think out of the box. There's this classic study in psychology, psychological literature, called the invisible gorilla study. And in this study, there's a basketball game going on. There's a white shirt team and a black shirt team. And the researchers tell the subjects that it's a study in concentration, and they're supposed to count the number of times the white shirt team passes the basketball. So The bell rings, the basketball game begins, the white shirt and black shirt teams are playing, and then a guy in a gorilla suit walks onto the center of the court, stands there in the middle of the basketball game, does the gorilla chest beat thing, and walks off the other side. The game continues on, time's up, the bell rings. The researchers say to the subjects, "Did you notice anything unusual?" Now, I would think a gorilla would count as something unusual, right? 50%, 50, 1/2, 50% of the subjects did not see the gorilla because they were counting the number of times the white shirt team passes the basketball. So this is how it is with subtle energy. We can miss the gorilla, quote unquote, of subtle energy because we aren't used to looking for it. So that's what thinking out of the box can mean. You might not sense it the way you think it should feel. You're sensing it the way it does feel. And so we let go of our ideas of how it should be and open up to what is. So that's what we can do in the moment. And over time, we can live more cleanly. Everything we do, our life is just a cycle of habits. Have you noticed? We're creatures of habit. And the way we live affects our ability to do everything, including relate to subtle energy. So we just can live cleaner. Our physical exercise matters, our diet matters, meditation matters, prayer matters, connecting with the divine matters. The more peaceful and safe we feel, the easier it is to open up to subtle energy. And so if we're bombarded with the negative messages of our society, we can shut down a little bit to our subtle inner world. But we can turn our TV off, can't we? And we can stop listening to that stuff. We have free will. We can choose. In Buddhism, they call it guard the sense gates. Guard the sense gates. We can choose to guard our sense gates and not let that stuff in. And it's not just horror movies, it's the news. It's the news. News should empower us to live effectively, not cause us to cower in fear. So consider, is that really news? Okay, so I got on my soapbox, sorry about that. Friends, we just turned our subtle energy sensing on. You felt it, right? Everybody felt it. Now, let's turn our focus up. Right now, turn our focus up. Our guides are there. They're here for all of us. So just like we just played cheap patty cake with our new friends, now we're going to play cheap patty cake with the guides, okay? Who are actually our dearest, oldest friends of many eons. So now, ask the guides to just push on our hands. You know what? Bend back even a little bit. Draw our focus up. Draw our intuitive channels up. Many of you have well-developed intuition. I can see your intuitive channels, but they're pointed out into the world, which is normal. And now we just draw them up to the guides. You can use your energy hands and draw them up. And now press up. And ask your guides to press on one hand or one shoulder or flash a signal if you're visual. Send a scent, if that's your way of sensing. Shout it out if you hear. Feeling a wave of love is very common. Be open to anything. Who feels something? Give me, wave your hand, because all these hands are in the air. Awesome, awesome. Awesome. Now, friends, here's what we're going to do. You just felt your guides. You know they're there. You know they're there. So now, let's package up our major life challenge, the one that we walked in the door with. Yeah, I am too. Let's take these sweaters off. When we open up to the higher dimensions, we start to sweat often, we start to cry, our nose starts to run, we cough, we sneeze. Doesn't that sound charming? But it feels so fabulous that we want to do it again right away. We want to do it again right away. So those other things don't matter. So now, friends, take your central life challenge and draw it into a big energy box. However big this box needs to be to cram that challenge in. Just draw it in energetically with your hands, packaging it up into a big box. Get it ready to go. What we're going to do is take it upstairs and hand it to our guides like we're handing a package to the UPS guy. Here you go. Here you go. Okay, so get that box together. Who needs more time to package it up? We'll do this twice. Okay, we'll do this twice. So if you missed something the first time, we'll come back and scoop up the rest. So we have our box now, yes? Now remember, the more earth energy we have coming through us, the higher we can go. So we'll just once again draw up this earth energy from the center of the planet, Father Earth and Mother Earth, through us and around us in an upward rising river of love, flowing through us and through our lives. What we're going to do in a moment is we're going to take our box and rise through our energy until we're standing on the top of our head like a little bird. I'm going to count from 1 to 3, and on the count of 3, we'll jump as high as ever we can. Forceful exhaling can help. And we'll do that over and over again until we're as high as we can go. And then we'll call our guides to come and meet us, and they will. And then we'll hand them the box of problems like we're handing a package to the UPS guy, okay? And then if we've really gone as high as we can go, we won't be able to sustain it, and we'll fall back down. And that's okay. We'll come back down, we'll gather up more, and we'll go again. Yes? Sound like a plan? Okay, ready? Everybody have your box? Drawing up that earth energy. Drawing up that earth energy, Father Earth and Mother Earth, drawing it through us and around us in an upward rising river of love, letting it support us as we move up to the top of our head until we're standing on the top of our heads, so to speak, like a little bird. And now on the count of 3, friends, we'll go. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. Once more. 1, 2, 3, go. Twice as far this time. 1, 2, 3, go. Doubling the distance. 1, 2, 3, go. One more time. 1, 2, 3, go. Call our guides to come meet us, and hand them the box of problems. You can feel the weight of the box leaving your hands. Isn't that the coolest thing? And now, if we've really gone as high as we could, we can't sustain it. Let yourself come back down, kind of like a snowflake, or a leaf, or a feather, into the body. We'll do this again. Draw the focus down, down, down to the feet, and through the feet into the center of the planet, drawing up earth energy again, divine planetary energy, Father Earth and Mother Earth through us and around us in an upward rising river of love. The more earth energy we have, the higher we can fly, drawing this through us and through our lives. Now, here at ground level, gather up the remnants of your challenge, whatever it is, or any problems. You don't even need to get mental about it, just with the energy of it. Gather up the challenges into the box again. Here we go again. So this is second chance. Don't you love second chances? I do. Into the box we go. Who needs more time, or do you feel like you're ready? Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, get the box. Upward rising energy, rising through the body, to the crown, and through the crown. On the count of 3, as high as ever we can, friend. 1, 2, 3, go! Doubling the distance this time. 1, 2, 3, go! Twice as far this time. 1, 2, 3, go! Once more. 1, 2, 3, go! And again. 1, 2, 3, go! Call the guides to come and meet you. And hand them the box of problems. Let yourself settle back down. Now, in all of these classes, everything we do has at least 2 goals. And so one goal there was to hand over our problems. So friends, your guides love you, they aren't tricking you. Somehow, some way, help is coming. You understand? Somehow, some way, help is coming. We don't have to understand how it's going to come, but we do have to be alert, watch for it, and recognize it. Something's going to happen. It is. Watch for it. Don't brush it off. Don't explain it away. Say, oh my God, that was it. That was it. And then act on it, you see? And then we act on it. So that was the first purpose. The second purpose is to just flush those channels clear. That it's like a squeegee, cleaning out your connections with your guides. We can do that many times. We're videoing this to replace the video that's already on our website. So even before this one gets there, there is this exercise on our website, and it's freely shared. We don't charge for that. There's no cost. Just help yourself. Help yourself. And you can watch it and repeat the exercise over and over again. Or do it on your own. That's fine too. Any pain, tightness, pressure, discomfort? If so, we just repeat this process of drawing the energy out. It's not to get rid of it. This is divine energy, but we don't want it pressing on us, making us miserable. And it's very helpful to have the energy in the margins of our field, giving us stability. Think of a lighthouse. They're solid margins, stable. The base is wider than the top. That's an ideal configuration for an energy body, a way to hold space for spirit in the world. Nice and stable, nice and stable. So, how about let's just wiggle around in our seats a little bit. Don't be afraid to look like a crazy person. People think you're crazy for being here anyway, so might as well just give into it. You can walk in your chair, or if you want, you could stand and do just a little bit of gentle knee bends, but that's up to you. It's helpful to you go. That's right. My friends. There we go. There we go. It's helpful to internalize the energy with some physical movement. You can also rub your skin. That can help. Rub your body. It can help to internalize. The goal is to internalize this, to heal our bodies, our emotional bodies, our mental bodies, our spiritual bodies, our financial bodies, our interpersonal bodies, to heal our lives. 7 years ago, my guides started saying, they insisted, actually, that I learn how to teach this. And this was really very uncomfortable for me. I was painfully shy for much of my life. And that wasn't on my list of fun things to do. Is, you know what I want to do now is be a public speaker. No. But I already knew that they had my best interests at heart. I already knew they loved me. I knew I could trust them. I knew they weren't tricking me. And I also knew what happened the last time they told me to make major life change and I didn't do it. The last time I got disabled. And so this time, you want me to teach? Okay, fine. Okay, fine. So I've been teaching. I started with just apprentices because I thought, is this a transferable skill set? How do you teach divine energy healing? So I started with apprentices who got it enough that I thought, I stand corrected. It is a transferable skill set. As it turns out, it's a skill, not a gift. And it's teachable and learnable, as it turns out. So we've been teaching classes for 5 years now, pretty much one a month, one weekend workshop a month, and everybody gets it. Everybody gets it. Our commitment is that everybody gets it. And so in the class, we're actively interacting and supporting the people, and we can, I can see thought. And so I can see what people are thinking, and they're thinking, I'm just going to fake it till this person goes away. This person is a teaching team member. It's like, no. I promise to help you get it. I'm not going to let you fake it. Who's been in the classes? Is that true? It's true. It's true. So friends, the assignment is to teach people how to live their soul plans and teach them how to help other people live their soul plans. That's the assignment. So there's a core curriculum of 4 weekend workshops, and I'll explain very briefly what the core curriculum is, and it'll give you an idea of the method, the healing method. Level 1, the foundation, its focus is the energy alignment. You could think of it like the field, the fertile field. We create the fertile field, and the energy alignment is different than the energy alignment in any other healing modality that we've had exposure to. And we've had hundreds and hundreds of people through our classes from all the healing backgrounds. You know, we hear a new one every now and then. It's been a long, long time since I've heard a new name, and they all come in with the standard kind of energy alignment, which is entirely different than this one, which is fine, it's fine. But in this energy alignment, we do not hold ourselves separate from the healing subject. We let go of the illusion of separateness, and we merge in, becoming one with our healing subject. This frees up our intuitive focus to point up to the guides. We don't have to sense them because we have become them, and now we can point our channels up to the guides, point our focus up to the guides. So this merge channels up with strong upward flow to maintain the merge and channels up is essential, and it's tricky, and we spend 2 days on it. And we also talk about the things that we can do so that healing work strengthens us, energy work strengthens us rather than drains us. Burnout happens if you don't do energy work effectively. That's why this method has all this emphasis on the alignment, so that, and habits, I stand corrected, channeled in advance and in the moment, of what we can do to support ourselves so that it strengthens us, so that we are healed by the process. There's this gift of simultaneous healing that comes when we let go of the illusion of separation. When we merge with someone, channels up to their guides, not our guides, asking for help and healing for what they need. We ourselves are healed of the answering vibrations in our own system. We're healed of things we don't even know we had. And through this miraculous process called the wise divine mind, people come to us for healing who have exactly our stuff, the stuff that we need to heal. It's amazing. It's amazing. And it happens over and over and over again. And so this simultaneous healing is the miracle, if you ask me, of this system, out of all the miracles. But that's a huge miracle. So that's in level 1. I stand corrected. The concepts are presented in level 1. We begin to practice with it in level 1. It takes a while to learn. So in level 2 and level 3, those are techniques-based classes. It's like the seeds that we plant in the fertile field. Level 2, letting go of the past. We start to work with letting go of often childhood traumas, and the traumas of past lives. Friends, we've been tripping up over the same things for millennia. It's not new stuff to us, especially the big lifelong issues. This is not the first life you've had this problem. We've been dragging this baggage around for millennia in many cases. And so it's a teachable, learnable skill how to connect with past lives, draw out the trauma, heal the related soul loss that occurred during the trauma. And this is how we can start to heal lives at the deepest levels. It's a learnable skill, not a gift. Everybody gets it, and you can too. So, level 3, using the powerful future. These are real cutting-edge techniques. All those people from all those energy healing modalities. I ask, is anybody else teaching this? They say, No, nothing remotely like this. So in level 3, we start to work with the life path, our actual path through this life, both as an energy structure and as a concept, like a soul contract. We talk about it in terms of contracts. And then, just like we can connect with past lives, we can connect with future lives. It's the identical process. Everybody already did it the previous class. Oh, congratulations on your energy body expansion. Yawns are signals, classic signals of energy body expansions. And so again, just be bigger, claim your space. You're more powerful than you think you are. You're more powerful than you think you are. So, we can connect with future lives too. It's just the same. Friends who've been in the classes, does it work? Oh, yes. It works for everybody. It works for everybody. So we connect with our future selves. Now think of it. We're eternal beings on an eternal growth path, getting older, or yes, that too, getting wiser, getting better, right? So by definition, at some point, as an eternal being, we will have mastered the problems of today, right? Nothing else makes any sense, right? By definition. You guys with me? Enough. Yeah, enough. So we connect to that point in the future, and it could be 4 years from now, lives from now, it could be 8 lives from now, it could be 20 lives from now, it could be 120 lives from now, but at some point we'll have mastered the challenges of today. So we just open up a portal to that time, ask that future self, who is us, if they will help us. It's a win, 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 win. Everybody wins with this. They say yes. The wave of help comes back. The wave of help comes back. So that's level 3. Level 4, light being connections. It's the last class in the core curriculum. It's like watering the seeds that we've planted into the fertile field. First, we have a discussion on what do higher dimension beings look for in channels. Because what we're getting ready to do in level 4 is offer ourselves as channels to higher dimension beings. What do they look for? The ability to discern the truth. Humility. We're not going to be arguing with the guides. We're just going to follow what they say. We're not going to think that we know better. Trust in the plan and in the guides. And then stability. Can we hold our space when our healing subject wants to argue with us? No. Because not everybody wants to let go of their stuff. They don't, you see? And so we can't force a healing on anybody. It's a free will universe. If they want to hold on to it, they can hold on to it. They're free to hold on to it. But we have to keep ourselves clear and aligned with the guides, you see. Whether they accept the gift or not is up to them, but we can't allow ourselves to be drawn into their story and feed them back their own story. That's hurtful, that's hurtful. So we must be stable. So we have that discussion in level 4. Here's what the higher dimension beings are looking for. And then, because we've already been through at least 3 weekend workshops, we're starting to practice. We're showing the higher dimension beings we're doing something. We've put some effort into it, right? We start to offer ourselves as vessels to the higher dimension beings in that weekend. And it's the most amazing experience to start to work as a channel for true higher dimension beings, which everybody but us seems to call angels. Everybody seems to call what we're working with, all of the beings we're working with, angels. And now we use different names for the different groups of them because that's how they introduce themselves to us. But everybody calls them angels. So to be a conduit for that feels like nothing else in any world that I have familiarity with. It's amazing. So that's the core curriculum. After the core curriculum of the 4 weekend workshops, there are 8 higher level classes in advanced techniques. They cover a variety of topics. Conscious connection with the higher soul was a recent one. Shifting space-time was another recent one. We have one coming up that we're starting, activating stem cells. We had to break it into 2 weekends. It's too much to fit into one. Each higher level class has a balance of healing techniques and self-care. Self-care as a healer is a big deal. We want to get stronger and stronger and stronger, not be drained. So remember, I was disabled. I was sick for 7 years. I was disabled for 2. Through this healing modality, I've run 2 half marathons since then. I work a lot. I was a single mom of 2 teenage kids, busy, busy, busy. How am I looking? I'm holding up okay. I'm holding up okay. And so this is important. This is important. Self-care as a healer. So we have a certification process. In the classes, the concepts are presented. The learning happens in the certification process. It's mentored step by step, several stages to it. We match your effort. We don't charge for the certification program. It's free. It's free. This is where the learning occurs. If you want to relate to it at a lighter level, it's fine. If you want to master it, it's not going to happen without the mentoring, because this is too different. It's too different. It's not like other systems. Our mission here at the Lightworkers Healing Method is to help all beings live their soul plan. All beings live their soul plan, creating lives of joy in the world that works. It isn't for the chosen few. It's a teachable, learnable skill. We can all learn to do this step by step by step by step. If you want to learn it, the next step is an entry-level class. And I don't know when you're seeing this. You could be seeing this on video years from now. So just go to our website, which, wait a minute, you'd already be on the website, so that doesn't even make any sense, does it? Anyway, on our website, there's an events tab. Go to the events tab and look for the level 1 class. That's where the entry-level classes are. And I say, don't stop there. Go for the whole core curriculum. Level 1 isn't enough. Level 1 and 2 are a way to begin. Level 1 doesn't give you, you walk out feeling excited without enough tools. The tools start to appear in level 2. So friends, if you're here, there are 2 entry-level options in the next few months. The next one is a week-long intensive at Kripalu in Western Massachusetts. It's level 1, level 2 combined, 6-day. There's a reason it's called an intensive, because it is intense. But it's a powerful, life-changing experience. If you can't do that, and that's right around the corner, so I understand it's a big commitment. March 8th and 9th, there's a main event in Tampa. The main event is the room that I'm in, but we webinar this to other locations. There's a hybrid class at the New England School of Acupuncture in Boston, where there will be teaching assistants and other students and massage tables and a setup just like the room. I'm on the wall through a projector. And it's interactive, live streamed. Your questions are answered, just as if you were in the room with us in Tampa. And you can take our classes webinared from everywhere. We have had people participate from Africa and the Middle East and Europe and Central America and South America and Hawaii. She had to have been getting up at 2 a.m. or something. I thought, ooh, I would take it distance learning. And we also have the distance learning program. And this is people who want to stay with their class as the group is going through the curriculum. If they have a conflict with one weekend or another, they can take that class distantly. It's self-paced, and you work with a mentor one-on-one, and that can keep you up with the group. Friends, our world is a mess. Who's noticed that? Our world, our world needs help now. Our world needs help now. Now, not later. Now, not later. Now is the time for all of us to step into our potential and stop playing small. We can do it. We can do it. We can do it. And so listen, friends, if you're drawn to learn this, do something now. Do something now. Don't wait. Take the next step. If you're watching it online, go to the events tab. If you're here today, you can register for a class, or you can let us know if you'd like more information, and we'll send you an email or a web link or something. I don't know exactly what's going to happen, but something will happen. Something will happen. The point is, you can do it. You can do it. It's a learnable skill. You can learn how to be who your soul wants you to be and help other people do the same. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Don't play small with your life. This is it. This is your life. Live it. Live it. Live it. You can do it. You can do it. St. John of the Cross was born into a Jewish family in Spain during the Spanish Inquisition. There's a challenging life plan, huh? He felt a deep calling to God. His family was forced to convert to Christianity because that was what was happening in Spain at the time. But he didn't let that taint the experience for him. He joined the monastery. He became a monk. He didn't agree with some of the things that were happening. He got a reputation as a heretic. He was imprisoned, put into solitary confinement, and tortured for a number of years. When he got out, think about this. When he got out, he wrote this beautiful body of work, love poems to God. He didn't let that break his connection to Source. He let it transform him. There's this one poem, The Essence of Desire. I did not have to ask my heart what it wanted, for of all the desires I have ever known, just one did I cling to, for it was the essence of all desire. To hold beauty in my soul's arms. Friends, I haven't come here the easy way. I came here through grief and despair, through pain and illness and disability. But I know what it is to hold beauty in my soul's arms, and I know it's here for all of us, for all of us. So I invite you to join us. I invite you to join us. Take the next step. Now is the time. This is our life. This is our life. So now, just as we begin all our healings and all our gatherings with an opening process, we end them all with a closing process. It's a process of creating a sacred seal. So I invite you to join me now. This too is an experiential process. So right now, we begin by asking all the mistakes that were made today, and I know there were several, for all the mistakes that were made today to be corrected. And you know what? It's never too late to correct a mistake. So let's ask for all the mistakes that we've made so far this year to be corrected. And now so far this decade, may those mistakes, you don't believe me. I can see thought, you know. It's true. It's never too late. We start to work with it in level 2 of the core curriculum. We start working with time. We have advanced classes in shifting space-time. It's true, but time is flexible. Einstein proved it. It turns in on itself. It's never too late to correct a mistake. So we're going to ask right now for all the mistakes we've ever made in our life. Who's ever thought, oh my gosh, I wish I hadn't done that? Just me? Yeah. Let's ask for all of our mistakes to be corrected. And everything we left out that we should have done, those things we didn't say that now it's too late because they're dead or something else. May those be included as well. Everything that we should have done, may those omissions be included right now. And now we're raising the vibration of our life. Let's draw this up now so that everything that was done poorly in our lives is now made well done by divine grace. And now let's continue to raise the vibration up so that well done work is now made divinely perfect, so that our lives are brought to the vibration that they were designed to have. Right now, right now. And now I'm asking for all of us to be brought to perfect frequency and alignment and in harmony with the all that is. All of us to be brought to perfect pitch and balance, especially balance between the higher soul and the body mind, and in harmony with the all that is. All of us to be brought to perfect vibration and a full state of empowerment. We have enough to live the lives we've come here to live. We are enough to be who our souls want us to be. We can do it. 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 So now we start to separate our energy back. Everybody calling all of our energy back to us. My energy to me, releasing everybody else's energy back to them. We don't need it anymore. Call your energy back into the backs of you. Often we're leaking a lot of energy out of our backs. So draw the energy in with your powerful energy hands. Don't be afraid to look like a fruitcake. You're in this room with us. It's safe. Draw your energy into the back of you, filling your energy back up with yours, releasing everybody else's energy back to them. And now here's the speed close. Archangel Michael, use us as vessels to sort out the energy of the world. That's his gig. Archangel Michael, use us as vessels to sort out the energy of the world. And again, Archangel Michael, use us as vessels to sort out the energy of the world. Now, stabilizing with upward flow, stabilizing again with divine planetary energy, drawing up that Father Earth and Mother Earth energy. Now we'll take that bubble of light we started with, expanding it 1,000,000, 1,000,000,000 times over, until there's so much light that there's plenty for everybody. Everybody encased in light now. It's splitting them into individual bubbles. Everyone has their own bubbles. Everyone encased in light. Drawing all these bubbles down, down, down into the divine plan. Drawing them down, popping, locking, clicking, sealing in place in the divine plan. And we are complete. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yay, source, huh? Whew. So friends, I am a hugger. I give out hugs. If you want a hug, I have one for you. If you don't want one, that's okay. I'm not offended. I'm not offended. I understand. I was that way too. But if you want a hug, I have one. Thank you. And friends who are watching this later on, okay, so I do this in the classes. You'll either get used to me or you'll leave. That's just what happens. People get used to me or they leave. But at the end, it's like, hugs, webinar first. Okay. I love you, and I will see you soon.